G'day. Today I'm going to do a video showing you some diminished seventh chords on a ukulele. But they're only 4-string chords on a guitar as well. So this lesson will suit a guitar because it's exactly the same shape on the top 4 strings of the guitar, and you don't actually play the bottom, the E and the A bass strings. So whatever I show you here is just as valid for a guitar lesson. So this is the shape. If I played it as an open chord, it would be open 4th string. The 3rd string, I'm going to play the 1st fret. The 2nd string is open, and on the first string, the top string, is the 1st fret as well. And I'm playing them with these 2nd and 3rd fingers, leaving my index finger free because we're going to turn it into a bar. So that's a diminished chord. And by sliding those two up and barring the fret next to it, we get the diminished. That's how you play the shape. And you can think of it as on a ukulele. A lot of you already know an E7th chord. Well, all you're doing is leaving those 2 fingers where they are, and you flatten your index finger to get that F note on the 2nd string. Or you could think of it as a G7th chord, or on guitars a D7th, which we're used to. And again, all you're changing is you're flattening the index finger to cover down to the 4th string to make it diminished. So I usually think of them as like a G7th shape. If I was going to play it in a hurry somewhere up the neck, I'd play a G7th type shape and flatten my finger to cover the 4th fret on the same the 4th string on the same fret. So the shape isn't too hard, and there's only 3 places that you can play every single diminished chord. They're all right next to each other. There's 1, 2, 3, and you don't have to know any more than that, which will make sense if you look at the other videos where I went into the theory sort of stuff. So if you ever saw a diminished chord in the music while you're trying to play it, you could just make this shape, and if it sounds wrong, go 1 fret higher or lower, and if it still sounds wrong, go 1 more fret higher in the same direction, and you'll have it right. So you've got a 33% chance of getting it right the first time, and you've got a 2/3 chance of getting it right the second time in 2 goes. But to be more accurate, what we want to do is we want to look at the note that's in its name. So say we want to do a C diminished 7th. Now, if you recognize where to play a C, most of us know that this note on a ukulele is a C. So that note has to be included in our shape. So my finger's already on that C. I'm going to place the other strings below it and bar just here. That's going to be a C diminished 7th because there's a C note in it. If I wanted to play an A diminished 7th, we also know we play an A here for our A minor or A 7th. It's on the G string, 2 frets up makes that an A. So that's the note I'm going to play. Now, if it's on the 4th string, we know that I bar that string and put my fingers down there. And that's an A diminished 7th. It's actually exactly the same as the C diminished 7th. It's the same position. But you recognize it in the music, it said A, so I know that I'm playing an A, or I'm playing a C. If it was a G diminished 7th, there's my G note. So I want to play those 2 there. So I've got the G, and that's going to be barred because it's on the 2nd string, and these other 2 strings, the third string and the first string played with my fingers. Or I know that this open string is a G note, so I could play it as the open chord. Open G, and there's my G diminished seventh. So yeah, a couple of ways. You can either you can do it by trial and error, by literally one go there. If it's wrong, either go down or go up, and you'll be right. Because every two, if you listen to it, this is a C diminished seventh, and just here, it's the same notes. Except this one's got a high octave, and this one's got the low octave note. But they're only if they're 4 frets apart, it's exactly the same chord. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's look at a couple of songs where it's got. I'll put some music up. This is the Fleetwood Mac song "Need Your Love Tonight." This is the old Fleetwood Mac blues song. In A, I need someone's hand to lead me through the night. A seventh. I need someone's arms. There's a D to squeeze and hold me tight. Now we want D sharp diminished. I always play my Ds like this, so I automatically think of this note being the D. If I want D sharp, I'm going to slide it up so I'm playing the D sharp, and there's my D sharp diminished seventh. Or a lot of you played just a D as these 3 notes on the 2nd fret. So you need to know that your D is it's obviously on the C string. 2nd fret makes that the D, so you're going to play it there. And D sharp. Yeah, D sharp diminished seventh will be 1 fret up. Sorry, I got confused there. I was going to play a D. So it's need someone's hand to lead me through the night. I need someone's arms. There's the D to squeeze me tight. And then you're just sharpening up to the D sharp note. And you know that's where your D sharp diminished chord is going to be played. The Beatles song, Strawberry Fields, starts in A. Let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to E minor seventh. Strawberry Fields. That almost looks like a diminished chord, and we're about to turn it into a C sharp diminished. Where's the C sharp? There it is. So it's really just from that E minor seventh chord, I'm going to slide them down. So I'm playing a C sharp note. Nothing is real, and nothing to get hung about. Or I could have also, remember that C note, the C sharp could be up here on the 4th fret. So let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to Strawberry Fields. C sharp diminished. I'm going to slide up so that's hitting a C sharp, and then flatten the capo finger behind it. C sharp diminished. Just by knowing, you need to try to learn what the names of these notes are, and then you'll always be able to find the chord. But sometimes you can figure it out by ear. There's an ABBA song, SOS, starts with an A minor and a G sharp diminished seventh. Where are those happy days? They seem so hard to find. A minor, G sharp. So one way we know that the G string, G sharp, must be this 1st fret. So that's where I'm going to start my diminished chord. But you can kind of figure it out by ear if you had to. If you think of the melody. That's in the melody, so that must also be in the chord that we're playing. A minor, where are those happy days? Put the G sharp diminished, or the diminished shape around it. they seem so hard to find. The melody actually goes up to here, and that would be a diminished chord there as well. Same chord, playing a different melody note. And we're back to the A minor. So you could muck around on the strings just to figure out where the melody is. That's how I work out a lot of chords. I really want that note in my chord. I know it's a diminished chord, so there it is. And what's my last example? George Harrison playing in My Sweet Lord, plays an F. I really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long. A diminished. A is there. See you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord. And you could kind of figure it out. See you, Lord, but if I got it wrong, take so. That's not where I want to be. Take so. You can kind of just skip one to another. Really want to see you, Lord. But it takes so long. That's the note I want. Is the C note, and there it is in an A diminished seventh. So that's probably a long way of describing what I do, but it's always going to be the one shape. Make your G7th shape and then poke your finger down so you're barring the fourth string as well. Then you've only got like 3 positions you're ever going to need to play it. If you got it wrong the first time, it's either one more lower or one more higher. And you can figure it out by looking at the sheet music and picking the note that it says in the sheet music and making sure you're playing it. Or you can often just pick it out by fiddling around till you hear where the melody note should be, and that note will be in the chord. So yeah, have a go at them. People are scared of them. They don't play them a lot because they just freak out. But it's an easy shape. It's always the same shape, no matter what chord it is. And 30% of the time you'll get it right, and 60% of the time you'll get it right by just sliding it one direction. If you're unlucky, you'll just slide it the other direction. But in 3 goes, you'll get it. Have a go. See you later.